Hey, hey, excuse me. Shalom. Call Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachach, Wadash. And double honor be unto the head elders, the apostles and bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, out there who follow and teach, all right, and do this work in sincerity and truth, the hopeful elect. Welcome to another installment of Psalm of the Day. It's your brother Yarza Young, Lord willing, you edify. We'll be going into Psalms 129. Psalms the 129th chapter. Okay. This is Psalms 129 and 1. Many a time have they afflicted me from my youth. May Israel now say, many a time have they afflicted me from my youth, yet they have not prevailed against me. So, in the spirit of prophecy, which is the spirit of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit in which we come in, all right, to whom all praises, honor, and glory and power is due. You know, we're still afflicted. All right, we're in our youth. You know, the elder apostles and the bishops been in this thing since they were in their youth. You know, we've been afflicted, but the scriptures say, "Yet have they not prevailed against me." Why? Because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai sent the Holy Spirit. He sent the Comforter, which was his promise over 2,000 years ago to his believers, his disciples, beginning with the head apostles, the 12. All right. So, Brakathe Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for that. This truth gives us life, man. You know, this truth is life. All right. And who is the author of truth and life? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The plowers plowed upon my back, they made long their furrows. Yeah, denoting hardcore, rigorous bondage, man. Okay? Hardcore, rigorous bondage is what the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, Native Americans, have gone through and are still going through. All right? By who? Who's the they? They is the Edomites, Ishmaelites, Hamites, Moabites, Ammonites, all the nations on the earth of which Israel, the 12 tribes, have been scattered amongst. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is righteous. That's right. That's a powerful, very short statement. You know, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is righteous, man. You know, he's not a wicked power. He's not a fickle power. Nah, he says he changeth not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. He have cut asunder the cords of the wicked, and the cords of the wicked, all right, is everything that we're seeing going on in real time before our eyes in Babylon the Great, America. The cords of the wicked includes their plans, their wicked plans, their agenda. You just look on a dollar bill, look on a $20 bill. Hell, look on a damn euro, a $50 euro. All right, it's all worship of demons. All right, and that's how they control the world. They got the power. This is the left-hand side at work. But Yahweh Bashem Yahushai controls that. Let them all be confounded and turn back that hate Zion. And that's what's going to happen. Esau, Ishmael, Ham, Moab, Ammon, all of these nations that have us in slavery and have the power, the co-heirship with the so-called white man, are going to be confounded. All right, and turned back. Yeah, they're going to go and back into their original state where they belong, which is slavery, inheritance for the nation of Israel. Because surely they hate you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, Native Americans. They hate you to the core, man. It says, let them be as the grass upon the housetops, which withereth afore it groweth up. You see, there's another similitude, all right, a prophecy that's going to happen unto the Edomites and the other nations that rule beside the Edomites. They're not going to reach their full potential. You know, they're leaping, You know, like the scriptures say, why leap you high hills? You know, you know, they're vying. Look that word up. VYING. They're vying for the next top spot or the rulership, the top spot on the earth. You know, and yet they're doing everything that is against righteousness, man. They're not following law, statutes, and commandments. You think these nations like Moab, Ammon, you think they keep the law, statutes, and commandments, the land Sabbath? Nah, they model, you know, due to the rulership ever since the Greeks came into power. They modeled their systems and their rulership after the so-called white man's. You know, none of these nations are, you know, favored in the eyes of the Most High. So the Lord is going to come back to change all that and put them in slavery, and we're going to be masters over them, rulers over them. We're going to be their gods, man. You know, wherewith the mower filleth not his hand, nor he that bindeth sheaves his bosom. Neither do they which go by say, the blessing of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai be upon you. We bless you in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Since when has Esau, Edom, and these other nations that I've named, since when have they ever blessed us, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, Native Americans, in the name of our God? See? Our God is not their God. Their gods are idols, the scriptures clearly state. So, you know, what's going to happen to them? They're going to go in the curses of Deuteronomy 28:15 on down to 68. They're going to go and pursuing, I think is the 33rd chapter. All the curses are going to be put upon them. So with this understanding, to these Genesis Israelites and these other sellouts that have GOCC, that have these all nations can be saved doctrines in their mouth, all right, teaching things which they ought not. You know what I'm saying? How the hell is the nations are going to inherit the same blessings of Israel, all right, when they have the co-rulership with the so-called white man right now, as we speak? You know, like I said in my previous video, man, we are in the lowest of the lowest state that we've ever been as a nation. And none of the nations came to our aid, especially not the so-called white man. He forwards wickedness, man. He's that serpent in the garden, man. And he's the accuser of our brethren. So how the hell, you know? So I'll leave it at that. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakam Kodash. Till next one. Shalom.